Promote yourself.
Hey gamers, and welcome to the Smoking Murloc podcast. We have Nat on as a guest today.
Hello.
There we go.
Also, hi, I am Komani.
He is Komani.
Yes.
Yeah. And we are gonna talk about video games today, as we always do. Because we are gamers. The ultimate specimens.
Yes.
God, can I make this even worse?
Also, your title is wrong, Jens.
Is it?
Smoking Murloc. It's the Smoking Murloc podcast.
My own our podcast, and I can't even fucking spell it right.
Excuse me.
God, for fuck's sake. There we go. Now it's fixed. Smoking Murloc podcast. There we go.
Alright.
Should we just tackle the first subject?
I mean, we could also ask who Nat is.
Oh, yeah. Look, it's been a long time since I've done a podcast.
So, Nat, tell us about yourself.
I don't know much to say besides I also stream on Twitch. I'm doing college right now, studying computer science. I'm almost done, thank God. I don't know what else.
What games do you usually stream?
Mostly Overwatch, honestly. I played that game too much. But I'll play anything.
Okay, who's your main then?
Lately I've been playing a lot of McCree, so I'll just say that.
McCree. Damn.
Yeah.
He's cute.
McCreamy.
Creamy.
I'm
Isn't
all
that like a YouTuber?
Wait, what?
Yeah, it is, but I always just call him McCreamy anyways.
He is a creamy boy, so it's fine.
He is le creamy boy. Hello, Skavik. I probably shouldn't talk too much to chat though.
Alright,
Like we did last
so,
time.
Jens,
Yes.
what subject should we target first?
I think we should do grind. Yeah, let's do grind.
So, grind in video games.
I mean,
What are your opinions on the grind in video games, Jens?
I think it can be decent and it can be really annoying. It depends on the game and the gameplay.
Can you tell a good and a bad
I mean, I would, to be honest, like, even though you hate Warframe, I actually like the grind in that game.
Yeah.
Like, because it was like a very slow grind, I would say. But it was also kind of worth
rewarding.
it. Yeah, and like...
Yeah, I played Warframe 2 and I really didn't like it.
No,
I usually don't like grind much at all, unless it's like some kind of variety to it, or if I'm just really into the game. But Warframe, like, it just starts off and it's like a lot of grinding. I just didn't like.
Oh yeah, the start is horrible. I'll be completely honest with that. Like, the start is the worst part of the game. But when you get further into the game and you start getting some of the good stuff, it's actually a lot more worth it. I don't know. It really depends on what you want in a game. At the end of the day, like, there's other games that do grind as well. I mean, I don't really like the grind in like WoW and stuff like that, to be honest. But it's also probably because the gameplay doesn't appeal to me.
I mean, I do like grinds. For example, Borderlands 3 I'm playing a lot of lately. That's a big grind of a game if you want to get like really good loot.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like the overall gameplay doesn't necessarily require you to grind.
No,
like, you can get through the game pretty easily without having to do it.
But as Nat says as well, it doesn't. It's good if it doesn't the whole game runs around the idea of grinding. Like, it's fine to have a grind on the side. For example, what's this all like this in online? That entire game is literally just one big grind with gameplay on the side. Like, you literally.
Yeah.
If you want to train your horse, you literally have to go to sleep while your horse do the work. Basically.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of like Black Desert and some MMOs. But, I mean, I didn't like it that much, though. Like, I didn't play it a lot. I just like the idea of just mindlessly farming some stuff and just relaxing. It's not like I like...
But for me, that's not rewarding. I like having a grind that rewards me with something. For example, if I grind like, let's say a boss in Borderlands 3 for a specific legendary weapon, that's a grind I'm willing to do but if I have to grind just to be able to do a specific things, that's not something I would personally like. Like I like to be rewarded for a grind, not just to continue the game.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like it is pretty rewarding in Warframe. Like, you get new weapons, new stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't played a lot of Warframe, so I wouldn't necessarily say I could agree with that. But yeah. But
I mean,
let's say you had to grind specifically for one character in a Warframe.
Oh, you do have to do that.
Yeah, that's rewarding because then you set a goal for yourself. Then you grind towards that goal.
Yeah.
That's in my opinion, that's a good thing.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that's kind of the difference between Black Desert Online and Warframe. Is most of the grind is just to make the game bearable and playable.
Yeah.
Instead of actually having a reward.
Online, you literally have to be like AFK farming for your horse to actually be able to move from one city to another.
Okay,
we could also talk about bad grind in video games. Like, easily mobile games is the worst kind of grind in my opinion.
I mean, yeah.
It's so bad. So bad.
Yeah.
I just feel most mobile games are tailored around the grind. Like, they're tailored around earning money because people don't want to grind.
A lot of them are like, you have to like, it's either you have to take like an insane amount of time to do like one task, or you have to pay for it. Which like it's weird to think about because just because it's a mobile game, that's seen as like fine. But if they tried to implement something like that to like a PC game or something like that, it just would not go. Like, no one would even touch it.
I mean, I kind of have a counterpoint to that. Because I actually play a game which has timers in the game. It's called Farm Together. It's basically just a farming game. But the reason I think that one works is because it's very casual and you can't buy any time speed up or anything like that. Like, it simply works because it's something you just do sometimes and then just leave it alone for a couple of days and then do it again. As a relaxing game.
Okay, apparently my connection is really bad.
You can't hear me, or what?
No, it's my connection. Okay, now I can hear you, but I couldn't hear you.
Ah, shit.
But yeah, I agree with something I couldn't hear you say.
Yeah, I agree that this point you made that I didn't even hear was the same as my opinion. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
But again, in my opinion, a grind is good if there's a reward at the end of it. Like, you don't need to. I personally don't like a grind, so you can go towards the next level in a video game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I don't know. It's kind of like WoW, for example. I don't like that kind of grind.
I mean, WoW for me, for example.
I mean, it's also just the gameplay aspect in that. Like, I don't enjoy the gameplay.
I know that. But
yeah.
Speaking of World of Warcraft, like, you can definitely. Classic World of Warcraft is like a lot more grindier than the one that is now. So it's literally you have to grind a lot more to get them rather than new. But a lot more.
You're lagging right now, Kamani. Jesus.
Okay. So you think that?
Kamani, are you there?
Just robot to the max.
Oh,
oh
that's the problem with Kamani's internet right now. It's really bad. And there's no real like guarantee that it will be good or bad. So we can't really say, oh, we'll do it right now because now his internet is good, because it could go bad any second.
Is this better?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
I might sound worse, but yeah.
Are you on your phone?
Yes.
I could imagine. Okay, I didn't hear any of it basically. Like, I think we got to the point where you said that the new version of WoW is not as grindy.
I mean, yeah, it's not as grindy, but it's more, in my opinion, more rewarding to get like a purple weapon in classic WoW, because a purple weapon has like 3% chance of dropping something. Yeah, but that's feels like a good thing to get, like in the WoW that's current right now. It's like you literally just have to fucking sneeze and you get a purple thing.
I mean, you just have to play the game and you get a fucking legendary. You don't even have to do anything.
Basically, yeah.
Actually, don't you get like multiple legendaries?
Yeah, not in current, but that's more like
okay.
in that was Legion.
Yeah,
You
Legion.
literally just in Legion, you can literally just say hi to someone and you get a legendary, basically.
Just, hey Khadgar, hello, here's a legendary.
Basically.
Thank you for your service, citizen.
But a crime that's starting to be more and more current in this age of video gaming is battle passes.
Yeah.
Which I personally started to like, actually.
I feel.
Because it helps.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Because I feel like, I mean, yeah, it's easily a cash grab, but it's also rewarding for game for people to actually play the game. Because you can literally buy something, let's say €10, $10 or something like that, for you to literally do something in the game that you've been playing already, and get rewarded for stuff. For example, Rainbow.
It's not like regular grinding where the point of the game is like you're supposed to be grinding, where it's like you just play it's already a game that you're supposed to play over and over again, like a battle royale or Dauntless, which is like Monster Hunter. That's like that also has a battle pass, and it's just because you're already going to be fighting the monsters over and over, and then it just gives you a reward on top of that. So
yeah, exactly. For example, they're considering adding it to Rainbow Six Siege, because people were asking for more rewards rather than just the small loot boxes they get.
To be honest, a battle pass would be better than loot boxes in Rainbow Six Siege, in my opinion.
But loot boxes, that's only for in-game currency. You can't buy it with real money.
No, but still, I just like the idea of knowing what you get instead of some random item.
And I can get that. Like, loot boxes is literally just gambling.
Yeah, I mean,
so, yeah.
I just feel like I like the idea of battle passes, but the problem is they're always time limited. So if I'm like, oh shit, I'm really enjoying this game right now, let me buy the battle pass, and then maybe the day after I'll be like, oh, I don't even want to play this game anymore, and then I just wasted like whatever money I just spent on it.
But then battle passes isn't catered towards you; it's catered to those who like play this game on a regular basis.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, I could play a game on a regular basis and just all of a sudden just say, oh, I don't feel like playing this anymore, so therefore I just wasted my money.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, you're kind of right, yeah, but like, it's annoying for me because sometimes I like the rewards that are in the battle passes, but I usually can't get them.
I mean, you can just buy your way towards it. You can easily buy.
No, that's so fucking expensive, and if I already bought like a €10 battle pass and I have to pay like €10 to get the rest of the rewards, that's really fucking expensive.
It's usually 100 for the rest of the rewards.
Then let's say 100, and let's say the reward I want is halfway, right? Then I just spend a AAA games price on a fucking cosmetic, right? And it might just be one cosmetic that I want. So it's like a fucking whole game that I could have bought instead of this one shitty cosmetic.
But that's the thing. It's not really for you, because it's mostly for people who.
It's for people who keep playing the game.
Yeah,
always,
exactly.
And like don't care.
For example, Fortnite. Like you would never buy the battle pass for Fortnite, even though you started playing it a bit. I don't believe you would.
I mean, I have considered it before, but I've always come to the conclusion that I have no idea if I would want to keep playing this.
Exactly.
So therefore, why would I buy a lot of like something that costs money?
Yeah,
like
but
a skin would make more sense to buy for me, because then I know I get this skin and I'll keep this skin and I'll buy nothing else.
And that I can totally understand that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, what was the?
But I personally like battle passes. Like, I think it's a good thing that's come with this new, what do we call them, generation of video games, because it rewards people who actually played the game a lot. So there's actually more stuff the people who played a lot, rather than those who just, like, for example, Smokey, who just played this game for like a week and then jumps to another, maybe come back later.
Yeah. I just found something out, by the way. Even though I set it in the settings to record every time I go live, it hasn't been recording. But
That's bad, man.
I'm pretty sure I can just download from the Twitch thing, so...
You can probably download the VOD, yeah.
Yeah, I hope so at least. Otherwise, we have... Yeah.
We have to do it all over again.
Okay, let's just start over again and talk about everything we already talked about.
Remember what you said, guys. It has to be exactly the same.
Yeah, remember the script, guys.
Alright, let me get my paper swipe pen.
Oh, that's something I really I feel like it's really weird, right? When I usually tell people, with my old podcast, when I told people I do a podcast, a lot of people ask me, oh, so is it like you just talk, or is it like you have a script, or... I personally prefer to just have a script because then it feels more personalized. Like, yeah, but like a script for a podcast, I feel like the whole point about the podcast is that you're supposed to like talk about random stuff and have discussions, and not like already have the discussion planned out.
True.
Like, because if you script everything, it's gonna be more boring, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, speaking of Overwatch, do you think it would be a good idea if, let's say, Overwatch 2 had a battle pass?
I mean, if there was, I would probably get it because I play that game a lot.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah.
Because like I like because it would be interesting to see how a battle pass would work in that kind of game, because I feel like with the way that Fortnite is set up, I don't know, it seems like they have a huge amount of the resources put into the cosmetics, because it's like where all their money comes from, because the game is free. Because like, I imagine Overwatch 2 will be similar. Like it'll be like another $60 game, with loot boxes and things like that. Because it would be interesting to see how a battle pass would work in a game that you're already going to be paying for, and you have to pay on top of that for cosmetics.
I feel as long as they don't do it as badly as Apex Legends did their first battle pass, it should be fine.
Oh yeah, that was
like,
so terrible.
The first Apex Legends battle pass, all the cosmetics were horrible, basically.
There was
one that's the thing is like Fortnite has set such a high standard for what a battle pass needs to look like.
Yeah.
Because they just have such a huge amount of resources, like just for those cosmetics.
Hmm.
And so like games like Apex, like where the models are a lot more complicated, the skins are harder to make too, and just on top of the design and everything. So there's obviously like in Apex, there's way less character skins. There's more like gun skins and other things like that. It's definitely gotten better. Like when I played when it first came out, and like recently the battle passes have been a lot better.
Yeah,
I've seen a lot of good skins in there.
So it just depends, I guess.
But yeah, but Overwatch is slowly starting to have something battle pass similar thing in it whenever there's an event. For example, I think there was like a Mercy Doctor skin where you have to play like 3 games and you get like a spray.
Yeah.
They've done a few things like that.
I mean, they've done that for a while, haven't they?
Yeah, they've done it. There's been a few events where they like you have, or like they did it for the Christmas event as well, where like for the 3 weeks it went on. Yeah, if you play like if you win like 9 games within that time, you get the skin. Which is definitely like on its way to being a battle pass. But the thing is, like with Overwatch having so many different heroes, it might be hard to generalize the challenges at some point. Because I guess Apex has that with having like they have a lot of different characters, not as many as Overwatch, and have like specific challenges for them. But if you only play one kind of character, like you're not going to get all the challenges.
Jesus
no, exactly.
Christ.
What happened, Jens?
I was supposed to move the alert box so it would be on top, and then it moved the fucking podcast layout. And now the whole fucking thing is fucked. Jesus.
I feel scuffed, man. Can you just like Control C?
I could, but now I'm fixing it. It is fixed now.
Nice.
Epic style.
But yeah, I would think that. I mean, I both want one in Overwatch, but also don't, because as Nat says, there's so many heroes. So it must be hard to get the skin you specifically want.
Maybe if they just do cheaper, different packs of battle passes.
Oh, it's like a character progression kind of thing.
I mean, it could just be €1 and then you get like Doomfist battle pass. Maybe a little bit more, actually.
Like, if they do, I imagine they're going to have it cost $60 again or something like that for the game. I don't think there's been a battle pass that exists in a an already game that you have to pay for.
I
Like,
think there actually has been. Like Call of Duty had one. Both Black Ops 4 and Modern Warfare. The new one.
Team Fortress had one.
Yeah, Team Fortress had one for a while, and it actually boosted their popularity a bit for that time that it went on. Like a lot more content came out from there.
Yeah, but because then you actually got rewarded for the things you do. You literally never got rewarded unless you got like a random weapon.
Yeah, it was also a little bit more like incentivizing in the fact that that there was actually missions you had to do, right? So you have to like play a certain character or something like that.
Yeah, and that makes it a lot more fun because it puts more variety into your gameplay instead of I'm only a medic player, now I also have to play the engineer.
Yeah.
Kinda. And that's the same thing I kind of want from Overwatch. Like, let's say someone not only play Mercy, but if you play Big Hit for one game, then you're able to get a Mercy skin.
Yeah.
Fine.
I mean, that could be cool. Like, but then you should do it in like this specific categories. So a damage
like
dealer would get a skin for playing another damage dealer, right?
Yeah, I would say this should make their the same around as Team Fortress did, like specific categories of missions.
Yeah.
Like they did. What else? There was something I wanted to say. I can't recall what it was.
it was interesting. I'm just remembering how Overwatch 2 is supposed to have lots of co-op missions. And I feel like they could tie, because like it's supposed to be replayable because you can level up the characters and their abilities. It'd be interesting to see if like if the further you go or the higher level you are, you get cosmetics for that character as well as like leveling up.
I think they will. I think they're gonna do that. Like that would be the smart. That would be the smart way to do it. Cause like
I'm quite sure if you buy Overwatch 2, you already get a reskin of the characters who's been remade. Because most of them looks older now. For example, Reinhardt, he got like a big beard now.
Yeah, he got man bun.
Beardy boy. Yes. Wait, he got a man bun.
He got a man bun now.
That's pretty cool.
Grandpa be vibing.
Grandpa do be vibing. What's he gonna do with that hammer though?
Oh my god.
Okay, so there's another topic that we actually haven't really touched as much upon in this in-game stores, exactly. I mean, there's the parallel with Fortnite again, right? Because they have an in-game store.
Fucking good. I mean, Fortnite does everything good right now, in my opinion. Like the in-game store is just rewarding as well.
I feel
like, of course, it's fucking expensive, but
yeah, their skins are all very expensive.
That's the problem I have with it. It's how expensive it is.
I mean, but yeah. They earn so fucking much money off it anyway, even though it's so expensive. But that's also because it's super rewarding to see, oh, this skin looks really cool, kinda.
Yeah.
Instead of let's say another game I really like again, Rainbow Six Siege. They just release every skin and they're more or less the same price for the entire skin for them. But it's not as rewarding if I like to have like the one that just like runs around in like a seasonal or a day or two.
Yeah.
That's the stuff I like. For example, Overwatch as well, but there's no in-game store other than loot boxes.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Overwatch could actually benefit from having like more of a Fortnite kind of store, where it's just like, oh, maybe the skin is like $5 instead of how much does a loot box cost?
One loot box is like a dollar.
Okay, is it only $1? So $5 would be.
The chances of getting anything good in a single loot box is so minimal.
Yeah.
Like,
that's why I feel like it would be a good idea because people would be way quicker, in my opinion. At least I would, to spend $5 on a good skin than spend $5 on random loot boxes.
Yeah, that's the thing. But people would also start because if they didn't have it from in the beginning, just add it on later, and just be. Sounding like they wanted to have money now to add even though a lot of people probably want it.
I feel like they would earn way more money with loot boxes though.
They would,
yeah.
100%. But
yeah, but the thing is, so some countries are already starting to like legalize loot boxes.
Yeah, Belgium I think is one of them.
Didn't France?
I don't know. I haven't heard about France, I don't believe, but you might be right.
Yeah, I think France banned, so you actually can see what they get for example, CS:GO. You can actually see what's in the box.
Wait, what?
I'm quite sure.
Wait,
Yeah,
so you can just
see.
buy a ton of boxes and just... Oh, it's just the same for every box then?
I think so, yeah. But I think if you have I can't there's something really stupid about it, but yeah.
Be right back, changing region to France. Gotta get that knife, bro.
But I really hate loot boxes, in my opinion.
I feel they're very addicting.
Yeah, that's the thing I hate, because since I was young, I always loved fucking crates in Team Fortress.
Yeah.
Because I wanted the small chance of getting an unusual. I still haven't unboxed one yet, but I still like have the itch of wanting one.
You missed out on that point where there was like a 100% chance of getting an unusual from a certain crate, I believe. It was like a glitch or something.
Yeah.
But
I mean, like, loot boxes are specifically designed
yeah.
to be addicting.
Yeah, I mean, I really felt it with CS:GO, to be honest. Like, just that feel of like, oh, maybe I'll get something good. And I've like not even played a lot of CS:GO. I just wanted the skins. I just wanted the fucking skins, man. I mean,
yeah, I know, like the first year or so of playing Overwatch, I spent way too much on loot boxes. I don't now, because there's no point at this point, because I have everything.
Yeah.
And even when like the holiday skins come around, there's usually one that I like, and I play enough that I usually have credits to just pay for it.
Yeah.
Because like I feel like the cosmetics have gone way down. Because like they used like when like the first year, like where all the events were new, like there was a ton of skins like for every event, but now it's getting to like there's way less.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's too linear in my opinion now. It's literally just it's Christmas-ish themed now. It's not even Christmas themed anymore.
No, it's just like it's fucking Frozen guy number 32, you know?
Basically, yeah.
I mean, that's kind of what I feel like they've been doing. Like, I kind of feel the newest Doomfist skin in the Christmas one, but still, he's like a frozen Viking or some shit. How's that Christmas?
Nor does it even fit Doomfist as well.
No, exactly. I feel like it's so fucking weird. He's okay. It might sound weird, right? But he's black, and usually you don't associate Vikings with being black. Like,
but that's the thing, because what else? He got like a fish monster that doesn't fit him either. Like, it's just like it's sometimes weird. It just gives ideas that doesn't fit the character.
Yeah.
Like, I can understand some of the Halloween skins, but most of them is just throw a dart or something and throw a dart.
Sexy dragon, sexy witch, sexy vampire.
Yeah, basically. When is Overwatch 2 coming out anyway?
There's no release date.
Oh, yeah, I remember they were kind of in the middle of a controversy, and then like they just threw Overwatch 2 out. I'm pretty sure like the guy, like what's he called, Jeff or something.
Jeff Kaplan.
Exactly, Jeff Kaplan. He said like, oh, we weren't even aware that they were doing this. They just kind of threw it out. Let's just read. Rusty wrote something. But Smokey, we need to arbitrarily force the diversity on people, because Blizzard needs to virtual signal except in China.
I mean, I'm fine, because a lot of more games have actual females in games now, which is weird because a lot of games didn't have that back in the days, and they're also starting to have quote unquote the gays.
The gays.
I'm joking there, but I'm so glad that they finally have diversity in their games now.
I mean, I feel like some diversity is good and other diversity is bad, because like
as long as you don't force it in.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Because they kind of did that in like Battlefield. Was it 5? The World War II one, where they just like threw in cripples and women and I think people of color as well. Like
Okay.
you just.
I remember talking about Jens with that getting females in Battlefield 1, because I personally don't mind it, but when it's set in World War 1/World War 2, it doesn't make sense.
There's basically no women who would be fighting at that point. Like, yeah, sure, there was probably like a squad of women who were really brave and good soldiers who like did a lot of good stuff, but like it wasn't like 1/5 of the army. It was like I don't know.
The thing that pisses me off is when it's like an old game, but it's like a fantasy setting,
Hmm.
and people are upset like, oh, why are there women warriors? Like, it's like, dude, they're fighting dragons and slimes.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Chill the fuck out.
That's one of the points where I'm like, why the fuck are you even bothered by women being in there? It's literally fantasy setting. Everything could be in here.
Yeah, but when it's based on something that's happened in real life, then you can't really.
Exactly. That's the thing. That's the thing you gotta keep from each other, right? Because you can have like a badass female in like a fantasy game or a modern shooter or something like that, right? But when you start doing like old timey stuff, where it's like, oh yeah, there's a woman here. Like Red Dead 2 actually did it fine because I'm pretty sure there were female outlaws.
Yeah. There was a lot of female outlaws.
Yeah, exactly.
What's the name? There's like a specific group with one woman and one man. I can't recall what the name was.
You're not talking about Bonnie and Clyde, right? Because that's not.
Yeah.
That's not Western. I don't believe. That's like Tommy guns and shit. That's like.
There's something else that was like Bonnie and Clyde, but I
It
can't
might.
recall what the name.
It might have been someone else though. But yeah. I mean that's the point. That's the point in time where it makes sense, right? Because like at that point they're an outlaw, right? They're basically just a criminal. They can be whoever it is, you know.
I know how far you are in the Red Dead Redemption 2, so I try not to spoil a lot, but there's a lot of nice female lead characters in it, which I
nice.
fucking love.
I mean, I also saw it a lot in the online when I watched people play it, like the bounties. There was a lot of female bounties.
Yeah, killing. You really like killing women?
No, it's capturing women.
Jesus Christ.
It's capturing women, Komani, and delivering them to the long arm of the law.
The specific topic of this.
It's not right now. It's not a topic.
Yeah, we're
It's
talking
just-
about women, so it's in-game shop.
Yeah, we're basically talking about in-game stores right now, and now we're talking about.
Well, we were.
And now we're talking about fucking killing women and bringing them to jail. Epic.
Epic style.
Epic gamer moment.
This is me when I'm bringing women into jail. Epic.
Yeah. But in-game stores, it's. I mean, I like some in-game stores, but there's some in-game stores that's totally bad. Let's talk about fucking mobile games again.
Oh, I'm playing so many bad mobile games where they have shitty stores. Right now, I'm only playing one though.
Raid Shadow Legends.
I'm actually playing Raid Shadow Legends, and that was one of the worst one with the mobile store. Because like you open it up, right, and you think like, okay, I'm gonna do daily stuff, right? Do my daily quests and do a couple other stuff, fight in the arena, shit like that. And then there comes one pop up, right? You close it. Comes another. You close it. And this is all paid stuff, right? Comes another. You close it. Like 5 times, if not more. 5 fucking pop-ups or more comes up every time you open the fucking game.
Yeah.
Excuse me, what? Like, it's one of I like the game otherwise because it's like a decent, mindless, stupid game. But all of these fucking pop-ups are kind of making me want to give it a bad rating and delete it off my phone.
I mean, I deleted it because it's not even a good mobile game. I know at least 3 other games that's similar to that. It's literally overselling itself.
The only reason why they're doing it is because they have a lot of money. Basically, all it is just them throwing money at YouTubers or Twitch streamers or anything like that, and they just read out the prompt like, "This has like an epic story and good gameplay and amazing graphics," and then you look at like the 10 other like the hundreds of other games that have like even better graphics than that shitty Raid, right? And like, they really oversell that game.
Something I do like about mobile games, if it's rewards, like if you, for example, I play a lot of fighting games, and they also have mobile games, for example, Mortal Kombat, and they reward you with a specific skin if you play the mobile game as well. So that's something I personally like.
I just remember playing the old Injustice 1 mobile game, and it was so shit. I think you could like swipe 2 ways, and that was the way you fought.
Basically, that's.
You couldn't do anything else. It's just like swipe.
Yeah, but that's literally how fighting games works.
Yeah, I know. Unfortunately,
That's-
you can't really get like a good fighting game on mobile.
That's how Mafia works.
That's just how Mafia works. I had like another point. Yeah, I'm playing like Adventure Communist right now. That has an in-game store as well. It's like Adventure Capitalist, but with communism instead. It's a weird concept. It's kind of fun though, cause like it's basically just like you play it for a little bit.
Cookie clicker.
Kinda, yeah, a little different, but yeah, basically the same idea. So you basically just play it for a bit, and then you kind of leave it, and then it does some stuff, and then you come back and you tap on some different things, and then you upgrade some stuff, and then it's just like mindless spending your time.
Yes.
I like it sometimes, especially the only one that I've really kept with in mobile games. Because it's just so simple and it doesn't bombard me with ads. It's only like if you want specific advantages sometimes, you play an ad, right? And like it's not like you have to watch the ads. You can just not watch them. Which is nice.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a lot of mobile games now where, like you were saying a little bit, just like there's just so many ads, like constantly.
Yeah. Like ads and pop-ups and all this annoying shit.
Like at the end of every level, it's like, here, let's watch an ad.
Yeah. Oh, I really hate that. When it's like, oh, you just completed the level and it's, oh,
Well,
here's an
the thing
ad.
that really annoys me. It's like you finish the level and it's like, oh, watch an ad for this reward, and I'm like, I don't want to watch an ad, and then you say no, but then it still plays an ad.
Oh, I hate that shit.
Are you kidding me?
It's basically, you just feel swindle out of your time.
I know. It's like you might as well just click yes, give me the reward every time because you're gonna have to watch the ad anyways.
Yeah. I mean, I at some point I played like a Candy Crush clone, and that was also just riddled with ads.
Yikers.
Yeah, I know, it's kind of. I like those match 3 games though. Like I played a good amount of Bejeweled on PC. It's actually kind of fun, because like especially like Bejeweled on PC, you can like there's actually different game modes and shit like that you can play. So
Something I'm kind of glad is dying down is battle royales.
oh yeah,
It's kind
same.
of been dying a little bit more now, which is fucking nice because everyone fucking had a battle royale.
You know what? I feel like this might be a weird take, right? But I feel like Tarkov is a good battle royale without really being a battle royale.
Yeah, because it's more. I would say it's like a combination between Rust and a battle royale.
Yeah, and it's like even though I keep getting fucked and I keep getting killed and I feel like everything is shit and I can't spend any good money on it, like in-game money, of course, I still love the game. Yeah, it's because I'm bad and everyone has better gear and are better at the game than me. Like,
But that's yeah.
it's just it. I just have to accept that if I want to get better, I have to play more.
Exactly.
Do you guys know the Game Grumps?
Yeah.
I watch them sometimes, not really that much anymore.
They just released a game called Soviet Jump.
yeah,
Game,
that's right.
which is a 2D scroller battle royale. It's
Wow.
free on Steam.
Wait, what did you say?
I
This
haven't
what's
played it
called?
yet. Soviet Jump Game.
Soviet Jump Game.
Just thinking about battle royales, like that is
I gotta check this out.
very different from every other battle royale. 'Cause it's not like a traditional
Soviet.
shooter.
Oh, here it is. What the fuck?
It's like this. It's supposed to be like the whole theme behind it. It's supposed to be quote unquote the first battle royale ever discovered. It was like
Oh yeah.
this old fake Russian console. They're like, oh my gosh, look, we found this ancient game and we're gonna revitalize it to PC.
That's something I like when people do, like content creators, like when they do a joke and they kind of commit to it, right? Like Germa does it a lot, and I feel like Game Grumps also do it a lot.
Yeah, Game Crush does a lot. They really stick to the jokes.
Yeah. Who else does it a lot actually?
Yo, mama.
Joe Mama. Oh yeah. Speaking
wow,
of Joe.
you got him.
Speaking of Joe Mama, I really love fucking Super Mega.
Speaking of your mom, I really like your mom.
But like, I feel like Super Mega is one of those content creators, at least with their vlogs, they just always make me laugh. Like, I
Oh,
fucking
they-
love
yeah.
it.
Dude, when Syndigo is a thing, Blood Boys, that song is so good. I love that song.
I mean, the only two really content creators who always makes me laugh, basically, is Call Me Carson and Super Mega.
Call Me Carson is decent.
I just feel I know he's kind of like most of the jokes they make are kind of low effort and actually should be viewed as bad, but that doesn't change the fact that I really love the jokes.
Just because you love the low-hanging fruit and bad jokes.
I mean, I should know. I always laugh at your jokes, right? Come on here.
Yeah, my jokes literally the most low-hanging
Okay,
fruits ever.
I'm just gonna go with an example here, right? We were playing like PUBG at some point and hanging out with like Marie and some other people, and it was like he just said slurp juice, and I fucking lost it. I have no fucking idea why. It was just so funny, and like
we didn't even play PUBG. We were just literally talking in the chat.
no, we were playing. I was playing PUBG at least.
Okay,
I was in game and I couldn't even fucking focus on the game because I was like crying laughing so much. Another example is when I found out that Komani had named his cat Kendrick Lamar in Monster Hunter. That's fucking funny though.
He literally died. Like he literally just. I think it was Taste Stream. So my cat's name was Kendrick Lamar.
I don't think we clipped that one though. We clipped the She Seems Nice one though.
You were the only one who find that funny, but because my kind of jokes is because my jokes is the one you don't expect to be made. So it's like really out of context yet in context of the joke.
Ned, I'm assuming you don't know the She Seems Nice clip.
I don't think so.
Alright, so basically at the time,
on
right?
This channel?
No, it's on Taste channel.
Okay.
On Taehyu's stream.
Yeah.
Komani, me, Komani, and Taehyu and Komani's current girlfriend at that point, Kiara, was in the same call. Right. And suddenly Kiara had to leave, and they were like together at the time, right? And right after she left, Komani just says, "She seems nice," and it might not seem that funny, but I just felt it was really funny. Like thinking about like he was like literally the only one who knew her really well.
Oh yeah. So, I just went over to Taehyu's channel and it's his top clip. Like,
yeah.
Oh, it's actually his top clip. That makes me just nice.
It doesn't really surprise me. I actually have clips on different people's channels where I just freak out laughing because I'm in the same call as Komani. I'm Komani's best hype man.
He's literally the best hype man I could ever have. He's literally I could make the worst joke ever. And he's like.
I had to actually explain someone what a hype man was, and I basically just used myself as an example.
Like I don't even have to pay him. He just finds me funny. I fucking love it. Because most people don't get my jokes because I'm usually sarcastic, and a lot of people don't understand sarcasm.
It's just most of them, like you said yourself, right? They just come straight out of left field, like no fucking warning or no fucking context to anything. Yeah. They just kind of hit very hard.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I personally really like Joe and Nat's kind of humor because I find them.
It's all sarcasm.
Yeah.
All sarcasm.
But my favorite joke you ever made was the one in Fallen Stream with the saw blades out of your pussy.
Oh yeah, dude, I was so gone that stream because it was super late and just yeah.
That's my favorite clip of yours.
Oh man, I love going back and looking at like the clips on my channel because some of them are so good and I die laughing at like so many of them. Oh my god.
I feel like most of Komani's clips on his channel is just me saying stupid shit or Komani saying some stupid shit.
Yeah.
Like Komani trying to get his sock back from a woman who he just gave it to. That's my favorite clip of him.
Wait, a sock?
Like I can find it. It was an old joke that ran for a while. It was basically he was playing We Happy Few, right? And I don't remember what the context was, but he had to give a woman a sock for like trading or something.
Oh, okay.
And then right after he like gave her sock, he just knocked her out and like checked if she had the sock, and then she didn't. And then he just fucking beat her to death. It sounds really extreme, but like it's just We Happy Few, so.
And then I turned around and went over to see if there was a chest, and there was a guy looking at me. So I just fucking lost.
There was also I remember that stream was just golden for stupid clips. There's a point where you said like, "That's why we can't trust women" or something.
Okay,
It was because it was like some guy who had like an imaginary dead, like had a dead wife that he thought was still alive or some shit, and he talked to her, and like the guy said that his wife said something about like him not Kamani not being able to stay, and then he says that's why we can't trust women. I mean, I did a really bad one as well. Kamani, what was it again? It was when you were playing Doom, I remember.
Oh,
wait,
let me see if I can find it.
Because I clipped once, right? And it was like with context, and it wasn't as funny. But then Kamani clipped it without context, and was just even funnier.
I really love having Jens on my stream because he says the literally stupidest things ever.
Sometimes it's pretty bad though. Like it's not always you want me on your stream.
No, I think I lost it.
No, you can't have lost it. I'm gonna go look for it now.
It isn't there.
Sometimes it doesn't always like show you all of them on the list.
I'll try and find it. I mean, it should show all of them if you just go into top clips of all time.
But I can't find it.
Wait, what? Wait, oops.
But what was it again? I can't recall.
It's just a Doom clip. Wait, it's not there.
Yeah,
that's what the fuck?
Literally what is being saying.
Are you kidding me? Bro, that was my favorite clip. And then there's also the one where everyone just wrote ban Kamani.
Yeah, that's my highest viewed clip.
Yeah, it's 28 views right now. And then the second highest one is just fucking me listening to myself and fucking laughing a lot.
Jens' laugh is so contagious that he laughs his own laugh.
It's fucking every time I watch a clip where I laugh, I basically laugh again. Sometimes I fucking almost die at laughter. People usually tell me like, are you okay and stuff like that. Oh, yeah, Kamani, did you see that I started streaming Life is Strange again?
Really? You have?
Yeah, I streamed an entire episode. Yesterday, I believe.
Which episode?
I think it was 3.
I need to go through the second one still.
I heard someone say that the second game, right?
I'm considering continuing my playthrough of that.
You promised that you were gonna do the second game on stream, Kamani. Where's that promise?
But it's really hard when I have my one internet.
I know. Don't worry. I can't
even fucking do a podcast with you guys without.
Come on, since it's so bad, you can't even be on a fucking call.
That's so unfortunate. And I also because I streamed yesterday and Pondy was there, and I was like, "When are we gonna get to the Pondy stream?" And he was like, "I haven't had internet for like months." I was like, "That sucks."
Yeah.
Yeah, I really want Pondy to stream. I haven't seen him stream.
I feel like
I like his humor.
I feel like Pondy is like a fun guy to be around because he's usually going on jokes and shit like that.
Yeah,
and he's very good at that.
He's like, I feel like I can do the same thing sometimes where you be like kind of drama queeny, I would say, like being very exaggerated in what you say and stuff like that without being like rude or anything like that. Mm-hmm. That's something I like to see in some chatters.
Yes.
Yes. Insert meme where the Nordic guy says yes.
But yeah. Speaking of battle passes.
Speaking of battle passes, what?
What games do you think that should have battle passes?
Borderlands 3. That's a joke.
Really?
No, I don't believe that. No. I just felt like firing the first game that I felt was kind of weird that wouldn't have it.
Minecraft.
Oh God, no! Don't even give them ideas. No, could you imagine? Oh, if you want this texture pack, you have to play for 24 hours.
Oh my God.
I feel like the Xbox version of Minecraft, or like the console version of Minecraft, is already so fucked with fucking DLCs.
But yeah, I could see Overwatch getting one. It wouldn't surprise me if they got one, honestly.
I could see it, but I don't know how well it will be received depending on whether... Because I really do not see Blizzard making that game a free-to-play kind of thing. No. Even though a lot of their other games are free-to-play, but you have to like pay for like a subscription or something.
Honestly, I might get some
Okay.
flack for this if someone is a Warframe fan, but I feel like Warframe could actually work with it.
Yeah. But it's also
But-
free to play.
Yeah, but the thing is, just that most of the community is so fucking die-hard hardcore. They will probably pay like 100 euros just for a couple of skins. Like the fucking the prices you pay in that game are insane for what you get. Fucking insane. And like, one thing I kind of hate, right? Weapon slots. It's actually a thing that you have to buy. Like, are you fucking kidding me? I want a lot of weapons. I don't want to spend all my money on this.
That's
Yeah.
dumb.
I feel the Prime Access is good because it's basically like, oh, you get a Warframe that is just released, like Prime Warframe that's just released, and then you get some extra bonus stuff.
Yeah, that does remind me. I remember in Dauntless, free to play or whatever, and as you go, you can unlock more slots to save like outfits or whatever. So you don't have to like, when you're fighting different kinds of monsters, you don't have to keep on changing the armor. But like, it only gives you like a max of 3, and then you have to buy the rest.
What the fuck?
That's stupid.
Yeah.
Just give me all those slots.
It's like limitations like that are really annoying because like the cosmetic limitation isn't a problem. Like you can easily have like, oh, I have like 100 fucking skins on this shop. Oh, and I don't want to buy any of them. Fine, like no problem. But like as soon as you have something like, oh, I have like 2 weapons, but I want 5. Oh, you can't have 5 because you have to pay for it. Fuck you. God damn, man.
Oh yeah. Speaking of Borderlands 3, by the way, how come you like Troy, Matt?
What?
Didn't you and Joe like Troy a lot? In
Who the fuck was
3?
Troy again?
One of the Callisto streamed. Twins.
Oh, that guy. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
With the
that
robot
was-
arm.
Joe has a thing for like, I guess, just really horrible human males. Like,
That's fucking
if you
great.
know Bakugo from My Hero, that's like,
Oh god.
I feel like in anime that's way more normal though. I don't know
yeah,
why,
the thing is, like, I don't know.
but
I don't want to. I feel like I made that sound really bad, but she just one of those kind of characters. I really like the sister.
I didn't really
I
like any of
personally
them.
Just because I like. Yeah, I don't know. I just liked her, not the character. I liked her design.
Oh yeah, I agree with
Design
that
was cool. I
completely.
also like Troy's design.
Well,
Troy,
I did-
Troy
I
do
also
be looking kind of fly though.
Like, I didn't like the design much of like the female playable characters that much. Like, I played
Oh, yeah,
Smoes,
that's so true.
and like, I don't know. They just didn't have a lot of character because like both of them were just like they were trying to make tough females, but like they just forgot to write all the personality. Because the
Yeah,
siren,
most-
the siren,
most-
all of her lines are just like, "Oh fuck yeah, I got such beefy arms," and then the other girl's just like, "I am a U.S. soldier." And that's it.
That's basically
And that's
what
why,
it is.
and that's
like,
why the robot Flag was like the most interesting character because he actually had like really interesting lines and like all
Yeah,
this other stuff. And then the other guy, isn't he like Irish or Scottish? And he just had
Yeah.
hilarious lines.
Yeah, exactly.
People just don't know how to fucking write female characters, which is it's
I feel the
really not
problem
that
is-
hard.
I feel the problem is like, have you seen do you know the subreddit called Men Writing Women?
Oh, I've seen bits of it.
I've seen some of it. It's basically just like men overly sexualizing and making everything fucking weird about
I've
women,
seen
and I feel like that's kind of the point why it's like why there's like it's hard to write females because sometimes it kind of gets like that when like horny men write it, right?
I know. It's so easy to tell, like, when a female character was written by, like, a guy or a girl. It's so obvious.
I feel like if
So
you
obvious.
if you have an actual really good writer, like the difference shouldn't be that massive. But most writers are not like really good.
Oh god.
But I do see the reason because like
Yeah.
most people like when you live a life, right, and you are a certain thing, it will be way easier to relate to that certain thing.
Oh yeah.
Because like if you're a woman, it's easy to see like, this is a woman thing, right? If you're a man, this is a man thing. Easy, we know this, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Reverse wrote something, and someone else actually wrote something. Someone called
But
Mirage.
if you're a good enough writer and you just do the research and you talk to actual women, it's not that hard.
Of course. But that's the problem. They don't want to do that.
I totally agree with that. With the whole, like, I play Mose in Borderlands 3, and it's just so fucking boring. Like, for real, she's the most linear person I ever met. She's not funny whatsoever. She's not even. She's literally just, I'm a soldier, hee hee.
Isn't that most soldier characters though? Let's be honest here.
That's the thing I was gonna say, because they had another soldier in Borderlands 2.
Oh yeah, Axton. I never played much Axton, so I can't really comment on him.
But Axton is literally just you know the term Pepega, right, madnatter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's literally the biggest Pepega, but also being a soldier. But that's the thing. I really fucking love that, and that's why I also like Soldier from Team Fortress 2, because he's also like really serious military man, while also being the most fucking stupid thing ever to exist. That's what I fucking love about when they really take something that's supposed to be serious and make like a fun twist about it.
Yeah.
Versi wrote some different things. He said having men on Reddit represent men writing female characters. I think it's actually predominantly a female subreddit, and it's like looking in books and stuff. Guys just throwing the feminist on the far left progressive talking points easy. Virtue points galore.
But the thing,
Epic. Let's go virtue signaling, guys.
I just think the characters in Borderlands 3 wasn't as good as the characters in Borderlands 2, because Maya was fucking a really good character as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Maya?
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, I never paid much attention to Borderlands characters, like characters you play as.
I know. But
I
we were
just
talking about
I get it.
females in video games.
Which other good females are there? Like,
I mean,
There's not a lot. Can't confirm.
I'm gonna look through my games.
I mean, I would say...
You know, Apex does a really good job with their female characters.
Yeah,
Apex?
that's so true. Yeah.
I love their female characters.
No, we're talking about female characters in Apex. Is Bloodhound a female? What do you think?
He's non-binary.
No,
Okay.
yeah, he's not
They are
binary. That's right.
non-binary.
Did they say that?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't see that then.
Binary person.
They're even voiced by I'm pretty sure they're voiced by a non-binary actor. I could be.
Oh,
wrong.
I just only heard like I just heard like in the beginning when it started, like, oh, it was voiced by a female, and the woman is probably female, or the character is probably female at that point, right? Just most people's reasoning.
But I'm quite sure it was the Bloodhound's entire characters is like all binary, non-binary. That's a thing. But
I wouldn't know enough about that. I didn't play that much Apex.
But Bloodhound's character is so well written, because it's like an entire planet based around Nordic mythology, which I fucking love, because you know how much I fucking love that shit.
Oh, that reminds me, like, I feel it's so weird when, like, sometimes people get very into the Nordic side of things, like, as a character, for example, on Twitch and shit like that, right? Like, base their whole, like, stream identity around one thing. I kind of tried to do that as well at some point with the Kiwi thing, but it never really, I didn't even care enough about it. But I just...
I can't, like, I keep kind of going all over the place, because, like, my sub badges are, like, supposed to be D&D themed, because they're, like, weapons and shields, and then the emotes are just a cartoon version of me, so...
I feel that's fine, though.
My points are just called stars, so it's like, it's all over the place.
But, like, I just feel that, like, when you just base your whole stream identity around, like, one thing and, like, never deviate from it and, like, try so hard to be this one thing, it's just not always that good, in my opinion. Like,
No.
I'm gonna say it, and sometimes it's kind of cringe.
Well,
It's like that video. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. I don't care what about you if you broke your arm. That's the same effect, right? I'm like.
Jens doesn't care about you breaking your arm.
I don't care whether or not you're.
You okay, fella?
Yeah, it's not really that bad right now. I don't care whether or not you're a Asgardian.
Okay, are you... Any games you're stoked to release in 2020?
Animal Crossing. I want it
Same.
now.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I'm gonna play that game so much.
I feel like it's one of those games I'm gonna pick up, have a lot of fun with in the beginning, and then I'm gonna drop after a while.
I mean, I'm really looking forward for The Last of Us Part 2.
I'm looking forward to like what's it called, Doom Eternal,
Oh yeah.
and
I like how that's like
Cyberpunk a
coming
bit.
out at the same time as Animal Crossing.
Yeah, it was
Should I
like
play
it's been
Doom
a day,
or
right?
Animal Crossing?
Wait, what is the day again? Wait, let me just look up
Don't they come
Animal.
out on the same day?
Yeah, they do, but it's like a certain day. Animal Crossing Switch release date. Let's look here.
I think it's the 20th of March.
Yeah, it's 20th March. Yeah,
I'm also
20th
looking forward
of
to Dying
March.
Light 2, even though I haven't played Dying Light all that much. It looks really...
International Day of Happiness is what it is.
I
Oh,
mean, Doom Eternal does bring happiness.
Yeah.
Oh
When
yeah,
is all
Vampire
released?
Masquerade
Like-
Bloodlines 2 is coming out soon.
Wait, what's coming out soon? Did you say?
Bloodlines 2.
Oh, Bloodlines 2.
Masquerade.
I thought you said something with Borderlands 2. That's why I was
I was like,
confused.
that's already out.
Oh, is it?
It's
This
been
is
out.
coming out soon. What the fuck?
Wait,
Okay.
is Vampire out? What? What are you
is it?
talking?
It's pro-
It should be on Epic first, I believe, right? Didn't they strike a deal again?
Oh, that's why. But it's... Says it's going to stream in 2020.
Well, we're in
Oh
2020.
yeah, there's that Cyberpunk game.
Yeah, I'm excited for
coming
that,
out.
but I'm so sure it's gonna be like I'm gonna be so hyped, and then when it finally comes out, I'm
Yeah,
gonna play it
I-
for a couple of days, and then I'm gonna be like, I don't even want to play this anymore.
I think it's overhyped right now.
I feel like it
It's
is
gonna- I think
overhyped.
it's-
Yeah,
I think it's going to be the same as what's called again No Man's Sky. People overhype it so much.
Oh,
that
I don't think it's gonna be that bad because No Man's Sky had a lot of problems with like them
That
not
was
being
a-
able to
such a
deliver
huge
stuff.
failure. Oh my
But
god.
they
ended up
did
getting the software.
do a lot of good stuff with it, I would say.
I mean, yeah, they fixed it, but I feel like at that point, so many people had already like refunded it.
Oh yeah, totally.
Oh, there's another Little Nightmares coming out.
Oh really?
Nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
No, Little Nightmares,
the-
come on.
The
The
game with like, the
Oh.
girl in the yellow raincoat.
Is there
Yeah.
someone? That's pretty neat, though.
it's pretty neato, bandito. Wait,
Oh,
what?
nice boyfriend dungeon.
What?
I'm just like scrolling through the list of like games coming out in 2020, and this one's just called Boyfriend Dungeon on Nintendo.
Boyfriend Dungeon. Oh, wait, I gotta look this up. This sounds like the hentai game.
Xbox games,
Boyfriend.
Boyfriend Dungeon. Lets you
Dungeon.
date your
What the f-
weapons.
It was on
If they
Kickstarter
exist.
apparently.
Oh my god!
Oh god, this looks kind of bad though.
Like the art.
And the art looks really questionable.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it if it's like a Kickstarter game, then it kind of makes sense, like the graphic quality. I mean, the visual
Yeah.
novel part of it looks pretty good though. It's just the action part.
I expect it to be a visual novel based on the name of the game, but
I mean, it looks like a hybrid between visual novel and action RPG.
yeah.
Speaking of action
Yes.
RPGs, wasn't the one coming out? What? Come on.
Does Bruno Mars escape?
Does Bruno Mars is gay? That's a good question. Does he is gay?
Oh, that
That's-
article is.
Oh my god, I've used that
beautiful.
meme so many times and I feel like no one gets it.
That's
People just
ridiculous.
just
that's-
remove one of the
that's
words.
My problem is like people think I'm actually funny, but I literally just say tons of Game Grumps quotes. Like,
Okay, what's your favorite Game Grumps quote then? Let's go.
oh, I don't know. There's so many
Mine is
good ones.
Bazinga.
Bazinga. That reminds me, I actually subscribed to Bing Bong Theorem on Reddit. The subreddit that's called that. It's just really bad comics made with Bang Theory stuff. It's really horrible, but it's funny.
My favorite game prompts is one that's actually not with Danny. It's
Really?
how many ass does who was it again?
Oh, the 7 asses thing.
How many asses does Sonic get? 7 asses.
Oh
fuck?
my god, that's a great moment.
I mean, the only real like joke thing I could remember is like the whole Yoda thing, the one where they just kept
Oh
going
my
on with the
god!
Yoda
I
stuff.
remember when that came out. I played that so many times. Holy shit! Like literally anyone I could like get to listen to it, like please let me show you this video.
What kind of car does Yoda drive? Toy Yoda.
Oh, I also fucking love the whole Mega Man. Like all the jokes
what?
about the Mega Man.
Oh yeah, that was really good. One that I've heard a little bit more recently is I don't like know all the context to it, but like Aaron's like, "Oh, dude, have you not tried nipple twisting?" And Dan's like, "No." And then Aaron's like, "Well, you gotta check out that page in the Book of Life, because you skipped over that shit and I fucking bookmarked it." And it's just such a like good line for something about nipple twisting. Oh my god.
Oh, I love those two. But
I just feel like I get enough of them after a while, but that's what I get with most stuff.
I mean, they've been doing this for so long now.
Yeah.
I kind of missed Jontron being there in the beginning, but now I feel like Danny's well more fit than he is.
I don't even remember any videos with Jontron anymore. It's so long ago.
Yeah, but Jontron used to be in the Game Grumps.
Yeah, I know.
And he was real. I mean, even though he had really good chemistry with Aaron, he ended up saying a lot of really stupid shit. Like, there's literally a joke about him saying the N-word for like 2 minutes just to piss off Barry and Aaron, because Barry had to edit all of the N-words out.
What the fuck?
Jesus.
Okay, I'm sorry, but that's kind of funny.
Let me see if I can find it.
John Trott's such an ass.
I do like Jontron's content, and like even his newer content is so well produced as well.
I don't watch any of his stuff.
I mean, different strokes for different folks, right?
Yeah.
Just a sec.
I mean, he is kind of edgy sometimes as well. Not really too edgy, but still kind of.
Wait.
Oh. Goodbye.
Wait, who the fuck is Waffle Ranger?
I don't know.
Oh wait, what? Oh, there we go. He's
No.
back.
Hello?
Did you have to
Hello.
find something? Come on, or what?
No, I had to switch back to my PC.
Okay, is that good now?
Yes, I think.
Nice.
Maybe.
Someone called Waffle Ranger liked the tweet.
Is this clip?
I can't watch it right now. Though.
Oh, I see this.
It's literally just John pissing off Aaron for like a minute straight. He's so stupid.
Oh, wait, is that Sonic 06? Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I remember them playing that.
Yeah, it was their most longest series until... Was it Wind Waker?
It was Pokemon.
Oh yeah, Pokemon, that's right.
I kind of wanted to watch through all of Sonic 06, but I don't think I ever did.
It's good.
Yeah, I just feel
a
like I
lot.
just get bored after a while, like, of the same stuff. Like, there's like this series, like Fallout New Vegas series by a guy called Mike Burnfire that I've been watching, and I'm on like episode 65 now. It's like one of my favorite series as well, like YouTube series. Because basically what they do, right, it's like they take Fallout New Vegas, they mod it a bit, and then they kind of role play in a weird sense, like act like certain situations happen and stuff like that, and like play off of the mods and the funny times they had, and make new mods about it.
Can I ask you something, Jens?
What?
Do you think it's a good time to wrap up the podcast because
We
we're
can do
going
that.
so off rail now?
Yeah, it's basically it's not about the podcast anymore. It's just us talking, but a podcast can be that as well. But we should probably just end it.
Yeah. It was nice. It
Yeah,
was a good
Cool.
podcast.
it's a good podcast. Podcasty boys. Or podcasty.
You should watch
Podcast